Arvendon is a world of magic, gods, and witches. Celestials and demons fight for control over mortal souls, while civilizations rise and fall, struggling to keep their heads afloat as the ocean of time erodes them away. There are two major continents that comprise nearly 90% of the world's landmass. Incantera, currently ruled by the Empire of Illumination in the west, and Sanctuary, occupied by the Union of Mortals in the east. Most free people live in Sanctuary, within the protective borders of the Union, which covers the entire southern half of the continent. A massive mountain range known as the Radiant Peaks separates the northern section of Sanctuary from the south and signifies the end of the Union's control. Past these mountains is a magical wasteland of ever-changing terrain known as the Crescent Wildlands. In addition to the Radiant Peaks, the Wildlands are separated by the Great Divide, a massive canyon that runs from the east coast all the way through the Knoxwood on the west coast. There is only one safe way over the chasm, located at its thinnest point near the Amian city of Dunmere at a place known as the Thracian Span. There is a giant drawbridge, built in ancient times before the city was even established. The Great Bridge utilizes magical contraptions to lift and lower into the ever-changing landscape of the Crescent Wildlands. People used to be able to sail around the mountains to reach the Crescent, but as of the last decade, the unnatural storms from the area have intensified around the capes, with some lasting for years at a time. The Crescent represents a vast amount of untapped, untamed wilderness and natural resources. While the terrain is strange and unpredictable, the potential riches are vast. Unexplored ancient ruins, abandoned mines, rare magical beasts, and so much more. Just the territory alone represents more landmass than any current nation in Sanctuary. As such, many attempts have been made to colonize or harvest the wildlands, to no avail. The dangerous and unpredictable nature of the land itself has prevented most attempts from any success, and the Union's involvement in the war against the Empire stopped any progress short until recently. This is now a time of peace, and the twin monarchs of the Diadra Kingdom have created an open commission to all who wish to try and earn their fortunes. As long as Union rule is obeyed, any and all people are allowed to try their hand at exploring and settling the land. All resources, magical items, and discoveries will go to those that found and harvested them. All land will remain with those that can retain them, and heavy tax exemptions are given for the first year of settlement. The declaration has caused a rush of a magnitude unseen before in Sanctuary, as gifted adventurers, speculative prospectors, and anyone with more hopeful optimism than common sense have flocked to the one permanent settlement currently established in the Wildlands, Solo Colossus. Originally a stone tower home to a powerful witch named Maven, she has graciously extended an open welcome to those wishing to explore the Wildlands. Her specially crafted curses keep the area around her home safe and unmutable from the magic of the Crescent. She has two simple rules. In her space there will be no violence of any kind and no thieving. Anyone that does will be immediately ejected from the protections of the tower. That is where our adventure takes place. There are many more factions, people of interest, and history just in the Crescent Wildlands itself, but for now I think this should be enough to get started.